Hello, pipe community. I'm Leo, and the channel is Lutrasaurus. And according to the ancient and honorable tradition, show you the pipe. This is a Rossi Rubino Prince. It's a nice little pipe. And in it, I am smoking some plug. It's kind of broken up there. From Klint, the frozen Baccy blender. This was gifted to me by Hugh and Harriet Herfer. So it is a plug, and Klint is. I've watched several of Klint's videos on blending, and that's one of the reasons why I pulled out my little sample there that I got. And the reason I'm out smoking this tobacco is because that video on steaming and pressing tobacco has helped expand my mind, help me with my experiment, give me some knowledge on where to go. So I started watching some of his videos, and I will put the link to one of the videos down in the description or the comments. It's the video that I mainly used on this most recent blending experiment. I've been trying to work with some of that whole leaf I had. So I went through that bag of the organic Virginia Flue Cured Orange leaf, and steamed it. Got myself a little vegetable steamer, and I steamed the tobacco, and that helps with removing the stems. I did try to remove the stem on one of the leaves before I steamed it, and yeah, it's doable. There's still some moisture content in the leaves. They're not super dry, but it definitely made a difference once I steamed it. The interesting thing is the steamer, some of it will, it's not consistent. If you look, my steamer's not super big. There's a reason why, if you watch Klint's video, he made his own steamer. He was able to process a lot more tobacco at one time, and as he went through the process and the pressing and that, I saw why. It made a lot of sense because it's some work. Yeah, so lessons learned. If you're going to process, steam multiple tobaccos, each of those bags is a 1/4 pound, that's 4 ounces, and doing them one at a time, processing them, de-stemming them, getting them ready for a press, and pressing them all at once in the way I have my current setup is going to take me a while. So I did not try to do the press. Also, I'm in the middle of making a second press. My little one wasn't going to do everything I wanted to do, so I'm making a bigger one, and I don't have it done. So I did what I could. I steamed the tobacco. The interesting thing about the steaming is it wasn't consistent. Some of it was super soggy, and others was almost the same level of moisture as from the bag, which I see when he does his video. He has what he calls magic juice, and it's half Everclear, half distilled water in a spray bottle. So I had some of that on hand, and tried to, let's just say I made mistakes. Never claimed that I knew what I was doing. This is my experiment. Maybe you learned something. That's why I'm admitting to the through the process so that maybe y'all can learn something. This isn't meant to be an instructional video. If you really want to watch step by step, go watch Klint's video. Some of the mistakes I've made, they weren't unrecoverable, but so some was sopping wet, some of it was bone dry, and I should have just patted it down, sprayed the dry stuff, and worked with it from there. But I got this idea of putting it in the stove. Now, it's another thing I needed is I only have one wire rack. I would really recommend at least two if you're working with the 4 ounces. If you get more, make sure you have good table space. I tried to be clean. I wore gloves, wore food grade disposable gloves. Tried to make sure my stuff was clean. I even sanded down my cutting board that I was working off of and finished it. I mixed some beeswax and some mineral oil and redid it, so that should have been nice and clean. And made an effort to not contaminate it. Now, I got this idea I was going to put this tobacco in the stove. Not really trying to stove it, but trying to like help dry it out. And yeah, that was a mistake. Not necessarily unrecoverable, but the sopping wet stuff just got warm and wet, and the drier stuff got even drier. So what I had to do after that was lay it all out and piece by piece spray it with the mixture of Everclear and distilled water and let it all soak again. And once it was all good and pliable, I then had to pat dry it all down because I'm not ready to press. I jarred it. I'm hoping that the Everclear on there will act as a mold preventative. That's what Klint was saying in his videos. So this is actually only 2 ounces. I got 2 of these jars. It's very loosely in there. I don't want to, I'm not trying to pre-press it, but yeah, I'm going to have to process this tobacco and get this press done. Hopefully, it'd be nice if I could do all the rest of it, steam it, and press it at the same time. We'll see. I'm hoping to not have wasted all this tobacco. I'm going to keep an eye on these jars. And here's the second one. Yeah, like it looks any different than the other one. Keep an eye on it. It's a high moisture content. I'm going to have to keep an eye on it, pretty close eye over the next couple of days. And I might have to pull it back out and pat dry it again. I don't know. Never claimed to know what I was doing. But thanks for watching. Have a good day or night, whatever the case may be. And I hope to see you next time.